They say the boy is certified, but I'm still searching. They don't know. I was on Western when that first check clipped. My mama called me screaming, said, boy, you was set for years, but that paper brought some faces I ain't never seen before. Now my contact list got numbers that I can't ignore. I remember rolling Dolo in that old Falcon Corolla. Now his Maybach's in the driveway, still feel like a loner. My day ones acting different, like they can't recall the struggle. Now they talk behind my back, but smile when we in public. I got plaques from every angle, from the doctor overseas, but I'm still up at 4 a.m., can't get no sleep. My accountant talking figures that should make me feel secure, but I'm inspecting every deal, can't trust it anymore. This foundation that I built with everything I had inside, thought success would heal the wounds, but they just multiplied. And I'm tryna find my way back to when the truth was all we had, before the cameras and the cash, before we all got separate paths. They call me six guy, but I'm still praying someday. The view from up here got me seeing different ways. Everybody saying that they love me now, but I don't know who trust when the light go out. I thought this life would feel different, thought I finally feel alive, but I'm just trying to survive. Yeah, I'm just trying to survive. My last ex hit my line talking proud of you and such, but last time we was talking said I'd never be enough. For her family function, now she switching up the story. I seen that same behavior from my so-called day one's true story. I'm in a Bayview penthouse, staring at the skyline, that same view I used to draw when I was writing punchlines in that basement with 40, trying to make it classic. Now we making magic, but the feeling feels like plastic. My pops told me, son, watch who you let inside your home. Should've listened to his voice, would've saved me from that tone. They be using when they asking for another favor. I got lawyers watching lawyers, got my sister reading paper. People in my ear who never cared about the craft, but they hitting on my phone like we got history in the past. Maybe I'm the one who switched it, maybe I'm the blame. Maybe all this pressure really got me going insane. I just wanna go back to when we wasn't calculating every single move, every step we be taking. I miss the days when we was young and just reckless. Now every move feels scripted, every step feel tested. They call me six guard, but I'm still praying some days. The view from up here got me seeing different ways. Everybody saying that they love me now, but I don't know who to trust when the light go out. I thought this life would feel different, thought I finally feel alive, but I'm just trying to survive. Just wanna feel something real inside, but I'm just trying to survive. Yeah, the boy certified, but some days I don't know why. I would trade it all back for that feeling that I had when we was young. That feeling that I had, so I roll back at it. You know what it is? Yeah. Just landed flight back to the 6. Same city, different kind of fix. Your name's still on my screen, a flicker and ghost. The one I wanna answer the most, but I can't. We built a kingdom, then you changed the locks. Now I'm counting wins, but feeling all the loss. They see the chain of press the private boxes. Don't see the silence when the tour bus stops. It's just trust issues in the 6. Between me and you and all our tricks. We say we're good, but we're just full of it. Yeah, we're the greatest till the moment we quit. It's just trust issues in the 6. Our love so good, but it don't ever stick. We had the world, man, we were pinnacle. Now it's just text I shouldn't send for what? A glimpse of what we had. Remember Sherway, no one knew our name. Now you're in Paris telling me it ain't the same. You got a new circle, they don't know the struggle. The nights I drove to court, navigating puddles. Now it's all yes man, and designer stubble. And I'm the villain in the story, well that's fine. I play my part, I'll take the blame for all the parts you rewrite. It's just trust issues in the sick. Between me and you and all our old tricks. We say we're good, but we're just full of it. Yeah, we're the greatest till the moment we quit. It's just trust issues in the six. I love so good, but it don't ever stick. We had the world, man, we were pinnacle. Now it's just text I shouldn't send forward. A glimpse of what we had. And sometimes I miss the boredom, I miss the simple days. Before the opinions, before the public gaze. Was it the money or was it just us? Fading like the pain on a western bus. Don't wanna fight no more, don't wanna be right. Just wish I could hold you one last Friday night. It's just trust issues and a sick. Between me and you and all our old tricks. We say we're good, but we're just full of it. Yeah, we're the greatest till the moment we quit. It's just trust issues and a six. A love so good, but it don't ever stick. We had the world, man, we were pinnacle. Now it's just text I shouldn't send. For what? Yeah. It's trust issues. Text came in, you ain't read it all yet. FaceTime ringing on the marble still wet. Flight board changing while my spirit reset. I've been talking to the mirror like it cut the check. Walking through the condo with the curtains half drawn. Sun sneaking in on the plex I've been on. Numbers on the wall look bigger than they feel. Everybody say they love you when it's part of the deal. I remember back when we would split one plate. Now the chef bring 10 and I don't finish what I taste. You say that I'm distant, you don't know me these days. But you post everything like it's part of your praise. Came up off the bus, now the sprinter outside. Same friends from the jump, plus a couple I tried. You was there when I doubted if the songs would land. Now you scroll through blogs trying to read my brand. I don't know who's here for the soul or the stage. Hard to trust a new smile when you pay for the page. Studio at 4 and a plane at 8. Whole life on the carry-on and room service plate. You say you change when the plane routes change. I say I grew but the rules still the same. You see the post, not the nights that I pray. You see the chain, not the price that I pay. So tell me, would you love me if the streams went down? If the label packed up, if we walked through town? No front row, just the back of the crowd. Just my name in your mouth, not the hype out loud. Would you ride when the driver ain't paid in full? When the suite turns small and the fridge half full? If it's only you and me and this beat turn low, would you still hold on when the lights run slow? Landing YYZ to the same gray sky. Still the same old exit when my thoughts run high. Mama hit my line, say she proud I'm grown. And she asked if I'm sleeping or just glued to the phone. I got brothers in the city, I don't see enough. We was kids with a plan, now the timing rough up. One got a baby, one stuck in a case. Another one moved out, couldn't handle the pace. Girl from back then, say she knew this face. Say she always saw a tour. Buses at my gate, funny, I believe feel worn and a switch. Soon as I distance, I'm cold and rich. Parties in the hills never clear my head. Laughs too loud, but the heart feel lit. Promoters talk big about another soul show, but my mind back home where the real ones go. When the crowd chant lines that I wrote alone, I hear every single word in a different tone. All this gold don't fix what it can't replace. I keep searching for a piece in a VIP space. Turn the drums down, let the keys speak soft. Take the chain off, let the weight lift off. If I lost this life in a single call, who would still answer when I start to fall? If the plane don't board and the plans don't land, if the buzz quiet down like an empty stand, if the city move on like it always do, would I still find me when I look at you? So tell me, would you love me if the sound went mute? If the crowd stayed home and the rumor went cute. No big stage, just a backroom stool. Just my voice in your ear, no camera to pull. Would you ride when the logo fade off the wall? When the driver take turns in a regular car? If it's only you, me, and this beat turn low, would you still hold on when the lights move slow? Yeah. All these flights, all these seats, all these names on the glass. Still feel most real when I'm thinking about the past. If this all stopped now, if the noise turned thin at the end, I just pray the ones I started with be there at the end. Studio still humming, but I'm heading upstairs. Leave the mic on warm, leave the cup on chairs. If tomorrow don't come with the same old rush, hold the ones that know me, still keep that trust up.
Yeah. Notes on the fridge, same pen on the counter. Messages unsent, sitting heavy in the browser. Toronto on my back, but your name on my mind. Crew in the other room, but I keep taking my time. We used to split that Uber to the west side. You would bring a hoodie, post up by the court side. I was in the studio, counting every bar, every cent. You were in the front row, knew exactly what it meant. Now the flight's all private, phone stuck on airplane. Manager calling while your text stays the same. You still you, that's the line that you keep sending. I'm still me, but the story keeps bending. We were eating curry later, but a corner store. Now it's chef in the kitchen on the marble floor. I put plaques on the wall where we took pictures. Same hall, new frames and switch pictures. I see a handle when I scroll through mentions. You with somebody trying to match our attention. You say the distance isn't miles, it's how I move now. You say the interviews sound different, I don't sound proud. If you could hear me with the volume low, no stage, would you still call me by the same old name? You had me way before the plane routes, way before arenas, before the sold out shouts. Back when it was late, but same route home. Back when every little text lit up my phone. If I trade all of these numbers for your laugh again, would you even let me in, or is that back then? All this gold on my wrist can't replace that tone of you talking about forever on a cracked iPhone. Yeah. Mama said, boy, you prayed for this life, remember. But the part that you don't post is colder than December. Tour bus bed, can't sleep, screen on my face. Watching old stories of you saving my place. You were there when the label wouldn't clear budgets. You were there when the blogs wouldn't hear nothing. Now it's #1 week, champagne in the kitchen, but your contact got buried in a long list of riches. Every time I hit your page, you in new outfits. You look happy, but I read between the captions. I left a comment, typed it twice, then erased it. Cause if I say I miss you, you might screenshot and paste it. I know I said I never let the fame talk for me, but the schedule turned into another long story. All these doors open, but one door closed. I keep hearing your voice in my earphones. If I pull up to your block with the windows down, would it feel like home or a different town? You had me way before the plane routes, way before arenas, before the sold out shouts. Back when it was late, but same route home. Back when every little text lit up my phone. If I trade all of these trophies for your laugh again, would you even let me in, or is that back then? All this gold on my wrist can't replace that tone. All these cards I'm about forever on a cracked iPhone. Yeah. I keep a space on the couch where you used to fold clothes. Keep a space in the set list where your story goes. If the city ever feels too small, you know my lane. I left a key with your name on it. Nothing has changed. Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Oh, sunrise on Young Street, another night gone wrong. Got your message, it's the lighting up my phone screen. Should've known better than to let you back inside my zone. Now replaying every word we spoke in that cold tone. Remember summers on the island watching boats drift by. You trace patterns on my palm while telling me your lies. Now I'm sitting in this penthouse with a view over the whole scene. Money can't fix everything, especially what's between me and you and all the history. We try to rewrite different city every weekend, but the feelings stay the same. Got your old hoodie in a drawer, I haven't washed it yet. Since I put it on, when memories start to set. In this life I built for myself, it's hard to find the truth. Everybody wants a piece of you, including you. Yeah. The tables turned when I turned up. Now you calling, I don't pick up. Different time zone, different life. Can't keep running back to what we had, no. I drive past your building just to see your light is on. 30 floors up, but I still feel so small. Got everything they said would make me whole, but I'm still standing here with half a heart. Yeah, I got the views, but not a sight to see. That all the space between us isn't meant for me. Met this girl in Paris, she a painter from the 6. Said she liked the way I listen when the music playing soft. We spent 3 days just wandering the streets of Mama, talking about our fathers and the things we never got. She doesn't know my face, just know my energy. Said it's heavy like the rain that falls on Queen Street in July. I told her about the studio sessions, 4 AM creations, how I build these bridges, hoping someone stayed across the water. But she just smiled and said you're not the only one who leaves. Sometimes the kindest thing is honesty without a grief. My passport's filled with stamps, but empty a connection. Building worlds from samples, mixing truth with my reflection. Remember when we used to dance in your basement? Your mama would bang on the pipes when it got too loud. Now I own that building, bought it last December, kept the basement just the way it was back then. I drive past your building just to see your light is on. 30 floors up, but I still feel so small. Got everything they said will make me whole, but I'm still standing here with half a heart. Yeah, I got the views, but not a sight to see. That all the space between us isn't meant for me. The light just went off in your window. Guess I'll head home now. Yeah, yeah. 3 missed calls from the number I say that's don't answer. Your phone says that she back in missing, it's all good. Voice memo to myself, say remember what you promised. But the promises sound different when the crowd starts screaming. I text you up at 2:47, ready to see the media. She typing and stop and start again, is it a ritual? I'm at the penthouse level, floor to ceiling, showing the garden. Traffic still moving even when the world go quiet. My accountants say we up, but my spirit doing all this. Every like of transactions, every post a different margin. Say you changed, she ain't wrong, but the old me couldn't afford it. Now I got a kind of silence that cost more than any chord. I keep my old phone just to scroll to who I was. The contacts I don't text, the conversations that I lost. Every I miss you from 2012, hitting different now. The signal strong, but the connection got me questioning. This ain't the light that I projected on that CRT TV. Back when the grassy check barely covered the studio fee. Now I got a concierge asking, sir, you need anything? And all I need is someone who don't need a central phone. Say the 6 is buzzing, but the noise feel like a blanket. I know every face inside the club, but I shake this feeling nameless. My driver know the route to every venue in the playlist. But asking where peace reside, he look at me like I speak ancient. She got a new man driving behind her, work it good life. Post stories with him smiling, caption finally got my good life. I double tap from the tour bus and block her from my inside. This algorithm of attachment in the age of highlight. My own life from just so the rest is just a rental. But the contract tracks, I didn't come with no instrumental. Every feature that I do, they want the Drake aesthetic. But the Drake aesthetic's just a boy who never felt accepted. This in the light that I projected on that CRT TV. Back when the grassy checks barely covered the studio fee. Lock at the concierge asking, sir, you need anything? And all I need is someone who don't need a single thing from me. This ain't no strong, but then that shit got me questioning how. Hey, keep my old phone just to scroll through who I was. This ain't no strong, but then that shit got me questioning how.
Hey, it's me. I know you probably won't get this till after the show. I saw your story. I'm glad you're good. I'm still in the same place. Different area code though. Anyway, delete this or don't.
Yeah. Hey, we're good. Reminiscing on the ones that meant something, you know. Let me talk to you for a second. Yeah. Started with the letters that you never sent back. Wondering if timing was the only thing we lacked. You moved through my life like a borrowed song, playing when you needed me but didn't stay too long. I was collecting all your reasons, cataloging the pain. Every promise that you made just sounded like the rain. On those nights when you were thinking about somebody else, while I was building up the empire you could never help. They say forgiveness is for people who still care, but caring's just a contract when the love ain't there. You wanted me to wait around while you figured it out. That's a story that I'm over, that's a chapter closing out. Something in the way you operated left me devastated, but I appreciate it. Taught me how to walk the line between the real and fake, how to take my L's and still move forward anyway. These are the things I learned from letting go. How to bear without needing you to know. How to stand tall when the ground gave way. These are the lessons that I live today. Yeah, these are the things I learned from letting go. How to keep my peace and let the history show that I'm better on my own, that's just how it goes. These are the lessons that I'll never lose. You were the kind of person who made sense in a song, but didn't make sense when I needed you strong. I was writing all my feelings, telling them out loud, while you were quiet in the background, barely making a sound. Asked my mama why some people only come around when the camera's rolling and there's money in the ground. She said, son, not everybody got the heart to stay. Some people love the idea but can't handle the weight. So I stopped depending on the validation from your stare. Started loving all the progress, all the work and care. Built it from the nothing, made it something they can't touch. Now you see the blessing, but you asking for too much. We were meant to teach each other lessons, not to be the final destination. We were meant to be the growing season, not a lifelong situation. And that's okay, that's beautiful. The timing was right for it to break. Now I'm walking different, talking different, cause I learned to separate the love from the mistake. These are the things I learned from letting go. How to build without needing you to know. How to stand tall when the ground gave way. These are the lessons that I live today. Yeah, these are the things I learned from letting go. Self-made, that's the only way I know that I'm better on my own, no looking back. These are the lessons that I'll always have. Yeah. I appreciate the education, I appreciate the pain. It made me who I am today. That's all I'ma say. It's all love, no regret, just lessons and respect. Yeah.